Okay, to accomplish this, I'm going to take you through 3 steps. The first being to prep your Word doc to then be converted into an ebook file. The second is I'm going to show you how to use a program called Calibre to convert your Word doc into that ebook file. And the third is I'm going to show you how you can send this file to yourself or to someone else's Kindle app. The first step, as you can see here, is we need to prep our doc just a little bit. There are so many other steps that you should definitely do if you are self-publishing and wanting to use this exact file to then officially publish, but I'm just going to bring you through a couple of things that I usually do just to get the bare bones and to make sure everything works. If you want more formatting for actually publishing like a self-published novel, I have 2 friends that have wonderful videos all about that, Mandy Lynn and Bethany Atazada, and I'm going to link their videos below. But if you're just like me and you just want to get it on your Kindle real fast or send it to a critique partner or beta reader or something like that, then this is what I would do. The very first thing I would do is just make sure that you save as your current manuscript as a new document that is just going to be for your ebook. So you can see here, I just resaved this as book title _ ebook _ draft 1, and that just makes sure that if you do anything to this manuscript that you're going to be like, oh no, I just deleted or messed up something in your original notes, because as you can see here, I have like a highlight as an example or like an annotation. You don't want to go ahead and like delete all those things just for the ebook and then realize, oh no, I needed those. So just save as, and you might want to use something like this format to save it. So as you do future drafts or versions, you can just add whatever that clarifying tag is at the end there. The next thing I would do is just make sure that there's nothing in the headers and footers. Sometimes I know in my manuscripts when I'm just working on them, I add like page numbers or something. So I would just go ahead and delete all of that. Then you want to make sure you go in and get rid of any highlights or annotations. So I'm just going to do that real fast. I also like to add a little cover page, especially to indicate which draft or version this is. That's really optional and up to you. But the final thing you definitely want to do if you want Kindle to automatically recognize your chapters and be able to sort of create a digital clickable menu in the ebook is to make sure that each of your chapter headings are formatted as headers. There's 2 things you want to make sure you do. First is to make sure that you have page breaks in between each of your chapters. So like here we don't have one. So I'm just going to go to Insert in my Word doc, Break, and then Page Break. I do have a slightly older version of Word, so there might be a different way of doing that, but that's how I can do it on mine. And I'm just going to do that for every single one here. And the second thing you want to do is highlight each individual chapter title and go to pick a header. I'm going to click heading 1, and I can actually go in and modify, and I can customize this a little bit. And I can change the color and I can change the size. And then you can see here it has updated what heading 1 is. So now when I go to each chapter, I can just click heading 1 and all of them will be the same. Then if you want to just triple check that this actually worked, you can also go to View and Navigation pane. Again, that might look a little different in your Word doc, but here will be an outline of your book, which actually is now clickable, and you can just make sure that you have done that to every single chapter and that you're not missing anything here. Again, there are so many other formatting things that you should know about if you are planning to use this version to actually self-publish on Amazon or something like that. So again, please check out those other videos if that's what you're hoping to do. But if this is just for you, or again, a beta or CP or something like that, then these are really the only things that I usually do for myself. The second step I do is use a free program called Calibre, and I'll link to that in the description below for you guys, that you can download and use to convert your Word document into an ebook file. You can see I've already done this with my YA fairy fantasy that I am working on and hoping to publish in the not so distant future. But right now I'm just going to show you each step with our pretend document. So you're going to go up here and click Add Books and then find the file that you created. We're going to open that up, and then what you're going to do is right click Edit Metadata, and then edit metadata individually. Now there's a bunch of things you can fill out here, and again, if you are going to be doing this to actually put on Amazon or somewhere, again, you should check out those other videos for even more detail, but right now we're just going to call this book title. And you can see here just by clicking on this arrow, it converts it over here. So you need to have both of these filled out. And then you can put author, and for me, I'm just going to put my name and then click over here to bring it over, and you can see automatically it sorts it by last name. So if you're going to type it in manually, just make sure you put last name, comma, first name. If you have a series, you can put the title here and then just let them know if it is book 1, 2, 3, or whatever. And then comes the really fun part. If you want to create a cover, you can click browse and then add that cover to actually show up in your Kindle. So when you look in your Kindle and click on your book, it looks sort of official and fun. I've created a couple covers just for fun, just for myself in Canva. And Canva is free. It actually has a template for book covers. I would never actually create my own book cover and again, publish it anywhere because you really want things to be professional. And your cover really helps sell the book in so many ways. So again, just a disclaimer, this is just for fun. Don't make these covers and then actually publish with it. This is just for you for right now. It is really worth investing in a professional cover designer if you're going to publish it. But for right now, I'm going to hit browse and I have this cover here that I made for myself. And if you're wondering, I found this picture on Pinterest and then followed the link, and it is a free downloadable on like a cell phone wallpaper website. So I have credited the artist, but again, this is not the official cover of my book, you guys. This is just something fun that I created for free on Canva. Finally, we are just going to say okay, and you can see that the cover has popped up here. Make sure we are selected on the right one, and then we are going to click convert books. You can double check the information here, but pretty much all I do on this screen is just make sure it has selected Mobi because that is the file that works with Kindle, and then say okay. And you're going to see the job sort of working down here. It should just take a few seconds, and then you will see the Mobi file pop up here. There it is. Before you download it, you can also just click on the actual Mobi file and a screen like this will pop up, and you can just go through and actually make sure that by clicking here, every page looks exactly like you want it to. Like here, I actually have a little oopsie where I didn't get rid of all of the highlight. So I could then go back to my Word document and fix that and re-upload it. And it is sort of a pain, but at least if you catch it here, you don't get it all the way to sending it to yourself or sending it to someone else with that little mistake. You get to catch it here first. Now all you need to do is right click on the Mobi file and click Save the Mobi Format to Disk and pick a place that you want to save it and click Open. The last step I'm going to show you is how to actually send this file to your Kindle app or to someone else's Kindle app. And to do this, you're going to need two things. First, you're going to need the email of the person who is sending the file. And in that case, it's going to be your email. And this can be Gmail, Yahoo, whatever email you want to use to send this file. The second thing you're going to need is the Kindle email associated with the Amazon account of whoever you're sending the ebook to. So if you want to send it to yourself, you're going to need the Kindle email that's attached to your account. And for someone else, you're going to need them to send you the Kindle email. How do you go about finding someone's Kindle email? Well, you just need to go to Amazon and scroll all the way pretty much to the bottom where we see this blue bar here, and you're going to click Manage Your Content and Devices. Then you're going to be brought to this page here, and you just want to make sure that you've clicked on Preferences, so this is what you're seeing. And then you just need to scroll down till you see Personal Document Settings and click the arrow so it drops down. And here's where I'm going to explain the two steps you need to do in order to make this work. The first step is approving the sender email so that when you send the ebook, it will actually be allowed to be received by the Kindle app you're sending it to. And the second step is to make sure you have the Kindle email that you want to send it to. Let's first talk about if you're sending it to yourself. The first thing you want to do is scroll down to Approved Personal Document Email List and add a new approved email address, which will be your personal email because you will be sending it to yourself. And the second step is to come back up here to Send to Kindle, and you want to copy whatever email is associated with whatever device you're going to send it to. Copy that, and I'm going to show you in the next step where you put this in your email to actually send it. Just make sure that you've approved your sender email first, otherwise this step will not work. Now, if you are wanting to send your ebook to someone else, you need to direct them to this screen in their Amazon account and ask them to add your personal email, not your Kindle email, but your personal email that you are going to use to send your ebook to them. They're going to add it to their approved personal document list. Again, if they do not do this step, even if you try to send something to them, it won't come through because it needs to be approved. After they've done that, You then need to ask them to copy and paste their Kindle address and send it to you so you can use it to send the file to them. This is going to make a lot more sense once I show you how you actually do the email. So let's do that real quick. First of all, assuming that you've already done the step where you've approved the sending email, you want to put the Kindle email of whoever you are sending it to in the to field. So I'm going to put mine because I'm going to send it to myself. If you're sending it to someone else, you need their Kindle email. Then literally all you need to do is make sure there is no subject line, no text in the body of your email, also including your signature, which I've made that mistake before, so just make sure that is deleted. Then you just need to attach the Mobi file that we created, and all you would need to do from here is then click send. For me, this usually doesn't happen automatically. I usually need to keep checking my Kindle and sort of like opening and closing the app, refreshing it a little bit, and usually with